Here are 3 interesting facts about chickens. We've raised chickens for a couple years now, and we talking to people, friends, and so forth that do not have chickens. Sometimes there's a few misconceptions about chickens. So I would like to do 3 things that you don't know about chickens, or maybe you do. But number one is that chickens are omnivores. Chickens are actually a lot of people think chickens are herbivores, meaning that they only eat plants, specifically grains. But chickens are far from being herbivores only. In fact, if you let them free range, a lot of times they will eat bugs. We give them our leftovers a lot of times, and we turn our leftovers into eggs by giving them to the chickens. Chickens love pasta. They will eat most anything you give to them, with rare exceptions. They love eating lots of different types of bugs. They love eating meat. They love eating bread. They love eating pasta. So they'll pretty much eat whatever you throw at them. Another thing that chickens really like to eat is they like to eat dairy products. So we will occasionally give our chickens, like if we have some old dairy products in the fridge that are just slightly past expired or whatever, we might just give them to the chickens, and the chickens love them. In fact, a number of farm animals love them. So that's a good tip. Chickens need the calcium, and it's good for them. Number 2, chickens' egg production is regulated by the amount of sunlight. So as you get less sunlight, the egg production goes down. In fact, here in the northern climate, we have very little sunlight starting about this time of year, and our egg production has plummeted. So because of that, we're no longer getting as many eggs as we normally would. Now, there are ways around that. If you want, you can install a light in your chicken coop. Another thing that I've found is getting the chickens to go outside. Sometimes they will not go outside when it's cold, but once they're outside, they love it. So if you can entice them outside with maybe a snack or something else, they'll come outside and then they'll enjoy it, and they'll actually produce more eggs after they spend the day outside. Another thing that we've noticed is we actually put the chicken food outside on nice days, and that keeps them outside and eating more, and being in an outside environment. If they're inside otherwise, they tend to just kind of hide and roost and eat a little bit of food, and they don't do very good at producing eggs. So a great tip, just get your chickens outside, they'll produce more eggs. And if you can't, adding artificial light will also help with the egg production if you want to go that route. A third thing you probably didn't know about chickens is chickens will naturally try to find an egg box type structure to lay their nests in. Now, if you're free ranging, they may find a little nook somewhere else where they lay their eggs. But let's say you have a urban or suburban chicken coop, and you have 5 or 6 chickens, and they get to egg laying age. You can actually, by building egg boxes, the chickens will naturally consider those as good places to lay eggs. Now, the egg boxes need to have some soft bedding in them. It needs to be fresh bedding, not pooped on or old bedding. So you put a little bit of straw in there, and then you make the box small and cozy. That's naturally where a chicken wants to lay its eggs. When we first got chickens, I know I asked the question, I said, well, how are they going to know to lay in the egg box? I assumed you'd have to train them somehow. But as it turns out, we have these areas that are about 18 inches wide or whatever, and the chickens just naturally go in there and lay their eggs. And that's something that I did not know. And these are 3 great little tidbits if you're thinking of getting chickens. You know, if you decide to get chickens, I would consider liking and subscribing to our channel. We'll throw up more tips on chickens and poultry in general in the future. And as the videos come out, you'll get to see them and you'll learn some more great tips and learn from our experiences raising chickens as well.
Be sure to like and subscribe to watch more videos.